guys, so right now I actually got the pan back on. I did spray the pan just a little bit. It's a lot neater now with a light coat over it. So as you can tell, I got the timing cover as well over there. And right now I'm putting the engine back together again. I did have to put rings in the pistons and all that sort. So now I'm flipping the engine over and I have to put the head on over here and get everything timed up first before I do that. So I'm actually putting head gasket in place and putting the engine in top dead center. So on these engines, the way it's designed is a little bit weird, but here's what I'm going to show you. So whenever you have these, it's actually going to have a little bolt on the side of it, as you can tell right here. It goes right up in here, and basically the reason why I take this out is because whenever you put it top dead center, this crank itself will spin regardless if you don't have the pulley on there or whatever, and the cams itself, they won't turn it at all either. So guys, head is on now, and now I gotta finish up tightening all these bolts and torquing down where they need to be. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. That's fine. They're down in place. Right now I gotta find the torque real quick. 2, 3, 4, same sequence I did, and torque will be, so basically is going to be a 5-stage kind. So it'll be first 44, then 11 foot-pounds, and then you got 33 foot-pounds, and then you turn 90 I mean, and then you turn the bolts another 90. Timing cover is right in place already, sealed up. Valve cover is not really tightened all the way, just in case. But I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can crank it and see how the compression goes up and down on this. So I decided to take it off the stand. I do have to check compression real quick. This wasn't gonna work out with the ratchet since you gotta spin it really good. So I'm gonna lower it a little bit more, and I'm gonna see what's gonna happen here. But let me set this up over here and at least have the engine a little bit more sturdy than it needs to be. So I feel like it's a mess, but it's really not. So let me flip this. I should be good to go. So let me set this up real quick. Check this out, guys. This thing itself actually super. I'm actually surprised how it actually fits perfect in there. So let me go ahead and hook up the jump box real quick up to the starter. Alright guys, so I have the jump box a little bit overrided. If that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a flathead real quick. Let's see what happens. Alright guys, so let's check this compression real quick. I literally just had my flathead in my hand. I don't even know where it went. Let's check. Tripping over. Grab that. Where did I put it, man? Oh, there it is. It's right here. Alright, let's check that. Put some oil in it. Let's see how it goes. We're right around 165 PSI, which is a whole lot better than having 50 all the way over here. So that means good to go. We can actually start putting this engine in the car. Well, while I'm at it, I'm actually gonna start checking all the cylinders just in case as well. So, all right, so this is number 1 cylinder. Let's go ahead and check that one real quick as well. Jesus. Around 190, a little bit slightly over 192-ish. This one over here is actually a little bit lower than the other one. I mean, it's still within specs, right where you want it. 165, that's not too bad. Probably about 5% difference compared to the other ones or something like that, if I'm not wrong. But reason why, like I said, that gap is a little bit looser, which is gonna give me that little bit of drop in PSI for that compression. So no big deal, I'll be fine. As long as it's over 120 psi, we're officially good. So let's go ahead and check that next cylinder too right there. And if I can take this off, sheesh, there you go. Next, cylinder 2 right there, guys. You can tell we're at 190, just like the other one. So it's like they finally have the engine. What? $275. Engine valve. I'm about to go ahead. Sheesh. It wasn't me.
He wants to get a B4 or a B5 Audi, 2001. It's an A4. It's an A4?
A4.
No, B5 is one. That's the generation. Oh. Great cars. Everybody who has them has 1,000.
They only want 700 for it.
Oh yeah, I saw it on the marketplace. Probably has a blow motor, doesn't it?
Yeah, he said. He does.
But like, you know, that's a car that people modify. You know, there's
Yep.
a lot of shit. You should look it up. Unfortunately, by the time you
So got this shit ready. This is still a bitch. Had to install the mounts. Fuck you. And cleaned all this up really good before I install everything. So I'm not gonna worry too much about this wiring right here because I'm gonna put the AC evaporator core and heater core in here. Or actually the heater core is already in here, but all this is out of the way. It's all cleaned up as you can tell. So this truck, I'm not 100% what I'm gonna do with it yet, but if I keep it, we're gonna do a little bit of cosmetic work as a new hood, new front end, and probably a whole new tailgate or actual bed itself, because I kind of want to get the flare side. And if it does happen, I'm gonna get the flare side, lower the truck on 20s, and go from there. But engine is ready. Let's go ahead and start installing this engine in place real quick, and then that should be it. I'm gonna button up everything here once it's all in here. So first, let me grab some food. All right, so let's go ahead and drop this baby in. Oh shit, you know what I just forgot? I'm gonna have to remove that hood real quick. So, it's 8mm.
really.
Let's do that. Ow, my foot.
Is it really an 8?
Yeah, for the 2 bolts there. Making sure it comes over your toes. You can see it in the way. Perfect, right there, guys. So yeah guys, it's gonna go in here finally, and I still have a few things here for that blower motor, the AC condenser or AC whatever evaporator core. That has to go in. That has to go in. Radiator has to go in, but I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna actually button up the engine first and go from there. So I'm hoping this is still good because I think we'll be fine. So AC is gonna be great. And then go ahead and tighten up everything here for the motor mounts. I'm gonna start putting all the brackets and all that stuff here for the alternator, the compressor, get all that ready. Things I gotta relume the main harness over here, since last time I only did partial of it, but I'll just end up finishing the rest. Engine is back in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting in the transmission right here. Yes, this is a new transmission that I got it when I first bought the truck. So cleaned it up. It had a lot of oil leaks here and there, so I ended up fixing that real quick. But let's go ahead, put the truck back up and start installing these trans. So now I have to line up these studs for the flywheel, and I don't know if you can tell from here, but I want to make sure everything's lined up there. Alright guys, so after a nightmare of trying to line it up trying to line up the studs inside the converter to the flywheel, finally got it out of the way. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the mount for the whole trans and all that, but I actually have that up top. Gotta lower the truck. Little crane part here, I was trying to lower it, realized it's not going down because I forgot I got a strap on. Look at that little spider. Ranger danger. Had to grab a coolant hose off of a GM truck. My buddy had it laying around but didn't have any in stock. So the reason I need it was because, I'll show you in a bit, but there's a coolant hose that goes from the back of the head from back over there, and it connects right there on that fitting there. So all I need is just put a hose there, because after I had the transmission all the way up in place, it's going to be really hard to get it through. So there you go. Engine and trans are finally in place without any kind of support. I still have to get the convertible up in there, or the nuts, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and start putting in the drive shaft. I'm really trying to get as much done as possible here, so I am going to need an exhaust. Cats were gone on it, so I might just get something different. Some of these cars on the drive shaft, they actually do have a slotted shaft here, as you can tell. This one does, some don't, some do, but always make sure you mark your drive shaft where it came out of, so just in case you don't have any vibrations or anything down the road. But since mine's actually slotted here, we're gonna check here on the shaft, and as you can tell, there should be one slightly different, and it should go in one way. So This is in. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my bolts real quick. And we ain't got much left on this, but hey man.
I come over there, I gotta get almost half my box that he borrowed from there.
Half your what? Your box? That's a damn lie. Alright guys, so the actual nuts are over there. Crap. Work stuff right now, and I'm trying to get this out of the way, but people keep coming to me to help them out, this and that. So I already got the torque converter nuts all torqued down, everything in place, starters back in place. I had to find some bolts for that, and now I got this crossover coolant pipe hose, whatever you want to call it, here in place now with a new hose in the back. This one is still same thing, still in good shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically go find a clamp real quick, put this in place, and then I should be good for now. Okay, that's good. So now next thing is still have to put the intake on, but I am not 100% sure yet, because reason why my injectors here, they're actually bad. I still got to put new ones on. I got to get some new ones. I haven't even ordered them at all, so I might just go grab some used ones from the junkyard. I'm not sure yet. You can tell I do need some injectors. They're all rusted up at the bottom. Plus, whenever I took them out, they did bend a bit. As you can tell, they broke right there. That one broke off, or at least it still did. But either way, these are old injectors. I'm not sure if they've ever been replaced or not, but either way, we'll get some new ones. So now what we got going on is basically, let's see, starters in place, converters all torqued down, this hose in place. I actually have this hose here, but this hose itself, it's actually for the intake itself, so that's something else. Still gotta tighten down the valve cover, but first I actually had to grab the sensor for the coolant temp sensor right there. I don't have that here. Got all this wiring to deal with. I'm not too worried about it, but I'm actually gonna rewrap it so it doesn't look as bad. Let's put this bracket on. AC compressor on, alternator in place. Get that out of the way. Everything here for the exhaust is all completely done. So, be good. Locking up now. Got a mess everywhere. I've been trying to find pulleys here and there, going through the whole harness. I do have to fix this wiring harness right here. Not sure what that's for. I think it's for an O2 sensor, but I also have this one over here that's all burnt up, and I'm gonna have to get a whole new harness there, or a pigtail. So I'm actually gonna go to the junkyard tomorrow, take those out of the way, and then same over here. Still gotta put that coolant temp sensor in, and other than that, got the whole bracket here on the side all in place, all tightened down, compressors in place, alternators in place. I am missing my water pump pulley for some reason, so like I said, tomorrow at the junkyard I'm gonna go ahead and grab that too while I'm at it. Been looking everywhere, I can't find it, so I'll just call it a day lock up everything. It's already 4:30. So, yep, that should be it. And what's up, guys? So, that should be it for this video for the Ranger. So, stay tuned, guys, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. So, if anything, make sure to leave everything in the comments below. And remember to like and subscribe. So, we'll keep you updated on that Ranger build since that was a little work truck that I had to get done. So, we'll see what's going to happen here soon. So, stay tuned, guys.